Guys, here with a new video for the channel. I hope you like it, and if you like it, don't forget to leave your powerful like Supreme God level, comment, and subscribe. Now without further ado, get comfortable. Let's begin. Kakarot was increasing his power to the maximum of his abilities. At the time of a big explosion, Kakarot had accessed the maximum power of the Ultra Instinct. But the power compared to the fight against Beerus was incredible, because this time he had obtained an incredible Zenkai. The adaptability of the Saiyan's incredible. I can't believe with the fight he had against Beerus, he has reached that level. Kakarot, without waiting for Daishenkin to react, would pounce against him, with which Daishenkin, without any difficulty, was able to dodge each of his blows. At the moment, Daishenkin would expel a little of his pressure, with which he was able to immobilize the Saiyan completely. What the hell's going on? How were you able to completely immobilize me? On that God's planet, you weren't able to do it! You're very wrong, Saiyan, as I really didn't want to do it. Daishenkin would stop expelling such incredible pressure, and instantly, both warriors would head towards a very peculiar room, in which Kakarot would receive his great training. Meanwhile, on the planet of Beerus, he was also carrying out a rigorous training, with which he wanted to get much closer to the power of an angel. Whis, I want to train until I have a power compared to yours, and I don't want to stay behind that damn Saiyan. Mr. Beerus, that will be very complicated since I explained to you that you have trained for millions of years, unlike that Saiyan who has only 25 years of training. I don't care that he has a genius. I'll prove that hard work compares to even surpass skill. Both deities will continue with their furtive training. At the moment, one of Frieza's planets, one of his soldiers, had been able to gather the Dragon Balls, with which they had been able to bring Frieza to life. But on this occasion, the Emperor of Evil would communicate with his father, as well as his brother, so the trio of warriors would meet. Father, brother, we must train because a Saiyan with the godlike power has been able to defeat me, even without making the slightest effort. Don't worry, my son. As the three of us have been considered prodigies, this will not be an exception. That's right. Imagine how much our power will grow if we train properly. I wanted to count on your support, so from now on, the family of evil will start with the training, to even finish with the gods that always stepped on us. This is how the trio of warriors would leave for an inhospitable planet in which they would begin with their furtive training. However, a much more powerful being that even the Great Priest was about to release the last seal in which he had been sealed for all eternity, implying that men were not always the most powerful. That's right, the power of Mikoshin and Mother of all Angels had been sealed, being corrupted by the negative energy of the first king of all. This is the last divine seal of them. I swear I'll destroy everything created by Zeno-sama. I can't believe that Daishenkin's bastard turned his back on me. Flashback. Daishenkin, you're also called the Supreme Angel, and we end the king's life completely, and we could be the new rulers. Think about it. Of course not, Mikoshin. Thanks to Zeno-sama, we exist. I'm not gonna deal with it. I don't know what the hell is wrong with you. If you're not with me, I'm gonna finish you, scum! And that's how the most apocalyptic battle since the beginning of time would begin. That's right, the battle would destroy 14 universes, of which there were a total of 48 universes. That's how there were only 24 left, until sometime later, Zeno-sama would eliminate 12 more universes by being corrupted by evil. Daishenkin, along with the Guardians of Zeno-sama and the help of the gods, were able to seal Mikoshin with various divine seals, which were said to be indestructible, and they sealed the passive of energy, but the most powerful angel of all time, this was not enough, as Mikoshin's energy veins were so powerful that the seals were not able to stop his energy. End flashback. I feel like millions of years have passed, and despite all this, my power has continued in a constant growth, not like in the outside world, but I'm sure to finish with every one of you damn garbage. Returning to Kakarot's training, together with Daishenkin, Kakarot had achieved an incredible resistance. So much so that even on this occasion, the blows of the Great Priest at 50% of all his power were able to wound him levemente. They were not serious wounds, and likewise Kakarot's physique had increased in an incredible way. We've only been training for a few months and you've reached an incredible power. All this has been thanks to you, Master. At that moment, that Daishenkin was about to say something, an unreal power would be felt even in that room. That's right, at that moment, the last seal had been destroyed, with which at that moment of liberation it would create a megaversal level explosion, with which it would destroy everything in its path. Instantly, Daishoku would put on a very serious look. This can't be. Mikoshin's power has returned to the 12 universes. Daishoku, along with Kakarot, would return to the Kingdom of the All, observing how disasters by the 12 universes were caused. At the same time of leaving, Kakarot would be surprised by the pressure that was felt throughout the Kingdom of the All. Kakarot, get out of here, as things are about to get real ugly. Kakarot, not understanding anything, would quickly leave the Kingdom of the All, but being far away, an incredible woman in the form of lightning would be able to take him by the head, and an even greater power would make him crash into the Kingdom of the All. Not a fly will get out of this pathetic place. I will finish every one of you miserable good-for-nothing worms. Daishoku at the moment, without trusting in the slightest, would begin to access his maximum power, which Mikoshin would not be the least bit. Instantly, an incredible power would be felt throughout the Kingdom of the All, so much so that even Zeno-sama would leave his palace being surprised, to realize that it was the powerful Mikoshin. At that moment, again, an incredible power would begin for the existence of the cosmos. Meanwhile, all the gods and angels would quickly, likewise, come to the Kingdom of the All. I can't believe it! Mikoshin-sama, and her father, despite being sealed millions of years ago, still has an incredible power. At that moment, Daishoku would fall to the ground with multiple wounds, and at the moment of standing up, large jets of blood would come out of his whole body. Kakarot, observing this, would get angry. However, at the moment, in the same way, a gigantic power would be felt all over the place. That's right, the gods had merged into a single being, which, despite its appearance, had unique abilities, such as mind control and even stopping time for seconds. And for a being of his level, it was enough time to end any being. I am the union of all the gods, and I am known as the Divine God. So get ready, Mikoshin. It doesn't matter that you have been a powerful warrior before at this moment. We will finish with you. At that moment, both warriors likewise began to exchange blows, but Mikoshin was only playing with fusion, which in each exchange of blows was losing the desired fight, and even his killing techniques did not take effect before the powerful Mikoshin, which even possessed an overwhelming power, which he had not shown. At that moment, the Divine God would fall to the ground on the verge of death. Kakarot would come to his aid, but at the moment of being in his aid, a large sphere of energy would end the life of the fusion of all the gods. At the instant of Kakarot observing all this, and even remembering the battle he had against the god Beerus, an uncontrollable anger would detach from his entire body. That's right, the power that Kakarot kept asleep would wake up completely, not letting any being be able to get close. At the moment, Mikoshin would start laughing manically. The damn trash is raising his power a little more because he wanted to end the life of the other trash. No matter that he raises his power a little, he won't be able to face me. Kakarot's power was raising in an incredible way. Instantly, Kakarot had reached a new level of the Ultra Instinct. That's right, this was the level 2 of that transformation. But Kakarot knew that with that power, he would not be able to face the goddess. But he resists the power of the Ultra Instinct in its Divine Phase level 3. Don't go to fail me, body! At that moment, Kakarot's incredible power would skyrocket in an incredible way. So much so that on this occasion, Mikoshin herself would be surprised by all the power she was unleashing. Who the hell is this saying? How can he have a greater power than Daishoku himself? Kakarot has an amazing power, but even with that great power, he won't be able to cope with it, so it'll be better to merge with my guardians. At that moment, Zeno-sama would merge with each of his guardians to obtain an incredible power, which would finish destroying all the planets of the 12 universes with the exception of one, in which the family of evil was located, which had increased its power in an amazing way in these 3 years. At the moment, an incredible explosion would be observed, and from the smoke, Kakarot could be observed, which would have a very cold and intimidating look. Kakarot at that moment, without mediating words, would be able to connect an incredible blow which, with the power he possessed, was able to send Mikoshin to one of the nearby stars, destroying it completely. Mikoshin at the moment of standing up was only able to observe the fist of the Saiyan, which would begin to lash out with all its power towards the angel, which on this occasion was suffering incredible damage. Kakarot would charge a large sphere of energy with the intention of ending his life. But at that instant, chaos would form all over the Zeno-sama universe. That's right, the mighty Mikoshin was accessing 50% of all her beastly power, which was able to even deflect the power that Kakarot had thrown at her. What the hell? I can't take in the power of this damn goddess possesses! While Mikoshin raised her power, Kakarot would approach all the divine beings, which were the king of the All, Daishinkan, and the angels. I want you to go very far away place, where this damn crazy person won't be able to find you. I'll take care of making time for you. I trust you. Kakarot, don't tell me you're thinking of sacrificing yourself to finish off Mikoshin. Don't worry, Master. The powerful Saiyan who is born with the Ultra Instinct will not die, as he has many more pending battles. Now leave! The warriors, led by Xeno-sama, were moved away at an incredible speed from Xeno-sama's planet. Mikoshin, realizing this, would quickly throw a large sphere of energy which Kakarot was able to distinguish without any effort. At that moment, Kakarot would stand in front of Mikoshin. If you want to finish them, you have to finish me first! You're a scumbag next to me, so I'll be done with you in a matter of seconds. Kakarot and Mikoshin at that moment began to exchange blows at amazing speeds, which were not able to distinguish who had the advantage. But the entire spiritual sea of Kakarot was being severely destroyed by the excess energy. Kakarot would focus all his power in a single blow. Receive this! Fist of the Dragon! An incredible dragon would come to make Mikoshin travel through all that once were the 12 universes, while Kakarot, with the little energy he had left, would leave in an energy sphere in which he had lost all his power, falling to a planet on the verge of death. Yeah, my body hurts too much. I'm not able to take all this pain. Meanwhile, Mikoshin would continue to be involved in such a powerful attack, with which she had to use 75% of all her power, because if she didn't, she would be reduced to mere dust. At the moment Mikoshin disappeared the technique, she was furious. I'll never forget this humiliation. I can't believe that I, the mighty Mikoshin, has been defeated by a scumbag like you. What will happen next? Find out in the next chapter. Well guys, this is all for today's chapter. I hope you liked it and it was to your liking. Now don't forget to leave your powerful like Supreme God level, comment and subscribe. Now without further ado, see you in a new video. Until next time.